like, I haven't read this one, I haven't heard of this one, I'm gonna put it on my TBR shelf. Hey nerds, what's up? We are doing a tag video today, and it is the Reader's Problems tag. Reader Problems tag. Reader's Problems tag. I don't know how many S's are in the words. I think I might have been tagged to do this by Kelly from Kelly's Book Spill. I don't know if I'm lying because I don't remember. She did it back in December. Let's just get into this. Question number 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? And this is real life. I have my TBR shelves, which are books that I own that I haven't read yet. And I usually like to pick one from there, and I also like to try to go to the library to try to find a book that's on my TBR list on Goodreads that I don't own and pick one from there. But I always am adding way more books than I'm reading. And number 2, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? I usually am committed. It takes a lot for me to put down the book. And I've tried to read Cloud Atlas 3 times as of right now. And I also always try to start over because when I've tried to start on like the page I'm on, then I'm even more confused than if I start over. And that book is already confusing. Number 3, the end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up and how? I've never set a Goodreads reading challenge, so I don't know from personal experience on this. I set my first one for this year, but I probably would try really hard to power through and get through it and read them, but I don't know how I would do that. I probably would try to get some graphic novels in there or some short stories. Number 4, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? I try really hard to get them matched. I don't like when one is hardcover and one is softcover either. I have a couple of those on my shelf right now and it's so frustrating to me. If I had the means, I would replace them, and I probably would replace them with the hardcovers if I could afford them. If I can't afford it, then I get whatever is the least amount of books I need to replace, and if I can't afford it then I just sit and get mad at looking at my shelf. Number 5, everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? You make a video on YouTube and then somebody inevitably will comment and be like, oh my god, thank god you're talking about this because me too. Somebody agrees with you. Number 6, you're reading a book and you are about to start crying in public. How do you deal? I just did this the other day and I don't deal very well. I just kind of like try to choke back the tears and then eventually I get mad and close the book and leave the area. I run from the problem. Number 7, a sequel of a book you loved just came out but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, or cry in frustration? If I had the time, I would definitely reread the prequel, the first one, or however many are before. That's how I really like to do it. However, with time constraints, I probably would reread a synopsis and then read the third one, but I probably am most likely to buy it and not read it until I can reread the first one or however many come before it. Number 8, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell them nope when they ask? I usually end up being depressing and let them borrow my books and then get frustrated because they haven't given them back to me. Those people are out there. Do you know who you are? Number 9, reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? Harry Potter. The end. 10, there are so many new books coming out and that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? If I had the means, all of them. More likely, none of them. That's what I usually do. I try to stay away from Book Outlet and Book Depository, and I don't ever go to Barnes & Noble. I will go to used bookstores because they are cheap, but they often don't have new releases. So I just try to stay away from it, and I try to go to the library first. I always go to the library first if they have something, like I'll look online if they have it in stock or whatever, and that's because I like to try to save money because I don't have the means to be buying as many books as I buy, which, by the way, there's a January haul coming. Don't you worry. Number 11, this is the last question. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? We have a problem. That's just gonna be the answer. They sit there forever. I want to read them so bad, but there's so many books to want and I love the library, and so that's a problem too. That is the entire tag. Sorry that I'm rushing this. My battery is dying and it's blinking at me and it's very angry, so that is everything. Please give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below some of the answers to your questions or link me to your tag video if you've done it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!